Hello friends, I am BL Parjavat. I am going to introduce SSC JEE 2011 mechanical paper. Let's start with mechanical part. The stress which a material fractures under large number of reversal of stresses is known as Andrews limit. The right answer is Andrews limit. Andrews limit or fatigue limit both are the same thing. Fatigue. When a material is subjected to repeated stresses, it fails at stresses below the yield point stresses. Such type of failure of material is known as fatigue. You can understand fatigue by this figure. Suppose here it is iron wire or iron rod wire whatever. About this point I bend this wire. Suppose its ultimate stress is 100 and it will break at 100, so I apply only 50 Newton per meter square, but again and again I apply force 50 Newton per meter square, it will break. And this type of repetition of stresses where the material fails, it is known as fatigue. Andrews limit. Andrews limit is suppose I set Andrews limit of this material is 25 and I apply here 20 Newton per meter square, and again and again I repeat number of for number of cycle, but it will not fail. That type of limit is known as Andrews limit, and Andrews limit is the resistance to fatigue. Residual stresses. It can be defined as those stresses existing within a body in the absence of external loading or thermal gradient. कहने का मतलब है after removal of load, if the stresses are found in material still, that type of stress is known as residual stresses. Reversed or cyclic stresses. The word reversed or cyclic stresses. You can understand. Suppose it is a circular shaft. Here first upper point is A and lower point is B. Cross sectional, circular cross sectional. This body. When W load, it carries a W load. Upper fiber is in under compression and lower fiber is in tension. After half an revolution, B occupies the position A and A occupies the position B. So B in at this time under compression and A at this time under tension. There is a reversible of stresses. So this type of stresses is known as reversed or cyclic stresses. Hartnell governor could be classified under the head of. The right answer is centrifugal type governor. You can see in types of centrifugal governor, spring controlled governor, Hartnell governor. Hartnell governor is also known as spring controlled governor. Sensitivity of an isochronous governor is infinity. The right answer is infinity. A governor is said to be isochronous when equilibrium speed is constant for all radii of rotation of balls. How many links would the simplest cam mechanism have? 4. The right answer is 4. The kinetic energy of a flywheel having a moment of inertia I and angular speed omega is given by half I omega square. The flywheel of moment of inertia 9.8 kg into meter square fluctuates by 30 rpm for a fluctuation in energy of 936 joule. The mean speed of flywheel in rpm is 600 rpm. You can see in figure I equal to 9.8 delta n 30 rpm delta E 936. Using this formula we can calculate delta E omega. Omega mean, through omega mean we can calculate n mean, and we can also use direct formula delta E pi square 900 divided by 900 in bracket n1 minus n2. Which of the following is called anti-frictional bearing? The right answer is rolling contact bearing. Whenever velocity ratio is required to be very exact between two shafts at very small distance, then it is by gears. The right answer is gears. For small distance we use gears. For longer distance we use chains or belt drives. In a slider crank chain used in reciprocating steam engine, crosshead and guides form a sliding pair. You can see in figure, this is reciprocating steam engine. It is engine frame which is working as a guides, and crosshead, they have a surface contact and crosshead sliding over guides, so it is known as sliding pair. The gear train in which the first and last gear have the same axis is called reverted gear. You can see in figure 1 and 4 gear have same axis, coaxial gears. A simple gear train a simple gear train in which one shaft having only one gear, and in compound gear train one shaft having more than one gear. You can see in this figure one shaft having a 3 and 2 gear. Epicyclic gear train. Epicyclic in one or more than one gear have movement around one gear. That type of cycle, that type of gear train is known as epicyclic gear train.